Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. So in this video, I know you see my van in the background in a lot of videos. So I wanted to give you a tour of this van. Pretty proud of it. It works really well. So it's my primary weld rig. I do have a secondary truck. So this is what I call my secondary rig. It's the Freightliner. It's got the crane, engine drive welder, and it's currently stuck. But snow's melting, we'll get that out soon. So we can talk more about this truck later, but let's get back to the van. So as you know, I love my coffee. So now we have Perfect Fab coffee cups available. They're in the store link down below. Go there and get yours. It won't make your coffee taste any better, but you'll sure look cool drinking it. So this van is a 2019 Transit 250. It's the mid-roof long wheelbase. So there is a version that has a higher roof and a longer body. So this is the middle van here. But it's pretty basic. Never mind the hot rod there in the background. Stay tuned for that. Pretty basic van. I did put this on the windows, on this window and the rear window to kind of keep people from looking in. And had the windows tinted. Interior, it's pretty basic. So a few things that I've done: added a dash camera, added this Android stereo with the big screen. It just had a basic stereo with no screen, and so pretty cool little unit. So I use that a lot for navigation. And then I did trailer brakes. And if you have a Transit, so only people with a Transit would understand, this had a useless pocket here. So I 3D printed this to hold some pins and to make a usable tray so I can put more junk in there.
Oh yeah, it's coffee time. Can you smell it?
Hey guys, I'm here at Big B Coffee on Peters Mill Road in Clarksville, Tennessee. So we got their Americano, no cream or sugar. Let's give it a go. Okay, it's not bad. We'll give it a 7.3 out of 10. It's actually a pretty big cup, extra large. So not bad for the price and pretty decent coffee. Back to the video. So coming around to the back, this van, I did have to put a trailer hitch on it. It didn't come with a hitch. And if you noticed, I got 3 plugs. So I have my 7-pin for the trailer, but I have a 110 volt outlet right here. And I have a 110 volt inlet in here. So I'll explain these in just a second. So when I bought this van, it was a clean slate. The only thing it had was the black corrugated plastic on the sides. Had nothing else in here. So everything in here I've done. So starting out, I got this little area here. So roller paper tiles, which is actually extremely handy. I have a 15-foot collapsible ladder. And I keep a 100-foot 10-gauge extension cord here. My little Chinese food boxes for relieving myself. If you haven't seen that video, you need to go back and watch it. And this stuff, I keep an extra pair of boots and stuff. And then I have my curtain for privacy. So my little private area, this is a drop cloth from Harbor Freight. And I got these little curtain slider things on Amazon. And to make this fit, I was trying to find a solution for that. So what I did is actually took a piece of conduit, EMT, bent it to shape. It's actually anchored behind here And then I've got a tab right there, and it's actually pretty strong. It served me very well. So the curtain, it's decent. It's not super smooth, but it works good. So I always keep a change of clothes with me. You never know what can happen. A couple of extra jackets. You saw the boots. So moving along here, keeping 4 batteries in here serves me well. I usually keep 2 of the bigger ones and 2 of the 5-amp batteries. A couple pair of safety glasses. Got to have a junk drawer. So this is kind of where I throw my gloves and stuff. And keep a variety of tape measures on here and a laser measure that comes in handy sometimes. And then a pretty complete set of Milwaukee tools. So I have them in a couple of different areas. So coming down here, I have a cordless grinder, 2 corded grinders, masonry drill bits, hammer drill, and then other drill bits and 1/4-inch drive bits and my flashlight. So this is kind of my quick access. I keep some bits up here that I use a lot. And then down here, I have sockets and wrenches. So I use the Ulsa Tools magnetic socket holders. I think they're on Amazon, but they actually work really well. So never have any trouble with the sockets. I do keep my 5 3/8 Milwaukee metal cutting saw in here. I have the 8-inch in the shop, but I actually like this saw a lot better. It's a lot easier to use. So unless I absolutely need the 8-inch, I always use this one. Got a 1/2-inch and 3/8 impact in there, and then extra flux core, MIG wire, all that in there. So coming down here, I have my battery system and my inverter. So I don't carry a generator in this van. And if you want to know more about this system, I'm going to do a separate video on this, giving more details, because this really needs its own video. So stay tuned for that. And then lastly, on this shelf, I keep a couple fire blankets down here. So moving along, have my Milwaukee Portaband on the Harbor Freight stand, whatever you call it. Made me a little thing for spray cans, for spray paint, and all that type stuff. Control panel for the inverter, breaker panel. So here I've got squares, screwdrivers, pliers, electrical, saw blades and stuff, and painting stuff and clamps. This I keep full of water normally. So this works out really well. So then down here I got fasteners of all types, concrete anchors, kind of my consumables area. And then I also keep a 6-inch Metabo grinder in here. And I do want to point out, there's no comparison cutting with a 4.5-inch grinder versus the 6-inch Metabo. So I keep spool gun, laser level, and I got a tripod back there, stuff there. And I always keep a stand, at least one stand, and some extra clamps down in here. So on the other side, the passenger side, of course I keep my broom in here. So right now I have the Lincoln 210 MP and an Everlast that I use just for stick welding. It's a stick and TIG, but I only use that when I need a lightweight machine for stick welding. Both these machines are dual voltage. I'm probably going to be changing this up. I want to get some HTP products in here. So I haven't quite figured out exactly what I want, but that'll be changing soon. So over here I have a 50-foot 12 gauge cord. So I use this a lot And I only get out the heavy 100-footer if I need to. So argon hose. I got a long one there. And then I keep a short one on this side. One thing I wanted to show you on these regulators. So these regulators, you don't need a wrench. It's got the big knob. So that's handy. But also here, make sure you can see it. It's got your flow selector. So you can turn it off and you can go all the way to 60 CFM. So these are really nice because you're not, with this short hose, it don't really matter on the flow. It's nice. It's nice not to have a wrench to take that off. But with this long hose, it's nice. I have the same regulator. So it's nice not to have to run back and forth and adjust your flow. You just dial it in here. Yeah, these are Western brand. So nice little addition. As you can see, I made my holders. Had to jazz it up a little bit. So here I've got a 100-foot 50 amp cord. So they just about give these away. If you know, you know. And then of course I keep 3 welding helmets in here. So I have my auto darkening, and then I have my passive helmet in case the battery or something happens with this one. I always have a backup. And then this little guy saved me a couple times getting into weird spots. The Miller weld mask. So it's handy when you need it. I don't like to use it a lot, but when you need it, you need it. Keep my blower in here for cleanup. So I have my vise that goes in the trailer hitch stored in here. So I just put me a little piece and clamp the vise on it. So that works out good. And then I keep a bottle of argon and 75-25 on here at all times. And just another little short cord. So here I've got 210 volt outlets and a 40 amp 240 outlet. I actually have a 25 amp breaker in this because with the 100-foot cord, it would actually trip the breaker sometimes. It got quite annoying, so I put a 25 amp breaker in there and it's worked fine. I don't think there's any issue with that. 3D printed a little cell phone holder. And then over here is where I keep all my grinding disc and tape. It's stuff there. Couple levels, an angle finder. So I keep this little torch in here. It's handy. The tanks will only last about one job when I need it, but it does the job. It actually serves me well. And I just know after I use it, I gotta go get these tanks swapped out. And then one thing, I built out a necessity. So working at some of these multifamily places, there's just dog crap everywhere. So you have to pull your cords, and I'm careful, but it still grosses me out. So what I did here is I have a little, it's an in-the-counter soap dispenser and a little water jug, so I can wash my hands when I'm done with the job, not getting in the van driving, with dirty, nasty hands or whatever. So it's pretty handy. So all I did is got this valve with a bulkhead fitting, bucket, and a soap dispenser. So that works well. And so in addition to having these 2 outlets here, these 2 110 outlets, there's actually been places where I've had to run my 100-foot cord out all the way and was uncomfortable leaving the van unlocked. So that's why I put this outlet down here, so I can plug in there, have power, and lock the van up. I don't have a 220, but I've never needed it. The 110 works fine. So I'm in the front. So if you have a Transit, Don't know if you know, but there's a bolt they put in here on each side, and you can only scoot the seat up this far with that bolt in. So once you remove it, the seat goes all the way up. So it's got a nice big compartment here. So in here I have all my welding consumables, first aid kit, and air compressor. Factory jack is in there. It's actually a really nice jack for a factory jack. So it's a great storage area for there. The battery is over on the driver's side, so there's no storage in there, but a little handy storage compartment. Just got to remove that bolt. That bolt serves no purpose other than to stop the seat from going all the way forward. Don't even know why that was in there. So guys, I made this video not for you to copy, but to give you inspiration for your own weld rig. The battery system actually serves me very well for the type of work that I do. I'm not working on heavy equipment and things of that sort, and I do have an engine drive on the Freightliner if I do need it. But this system has served me well. This van is really dialed in for my need. So I hope it inspires you to do something on your own. If you would, give me a like and subscribe. And remember, you were created for a purpose. And we'll catch you on the next one.